Okay. All right. Can you guys see my screen now? Okay, so tonight we are starting with solving questions relating to ethics. And these questions are the ones that I got from AIC website. So I believe that this one kind of mimics the exams, the way the exam is going to look like in the real exam situations. Okay, so question number one, Suzanne, a life insurance agent, have asked her assistant, Rosie, who is not yet licensed, to telephone people to schedule meeting with Suzanne to discuss their insurance needs. She intends to contact people who attend the same school as she and Suzanne using an alumni directory. Suzanne has registered and subscribed to the National Do Not Call list, DNCL. What should Suzanne tell Rosie? Interesting. Okay. Calls to people. Oh, I should have hit the the answer part. Let's see if I can do that. Uh, let's see. Oh God. Anyways, the answer is already here. So, but we just need to understand the principles, right? Calls to people with shared backgrounds are exempt from the do not call list. As Suzanne has registered and subscribed to the do not call list, Rosie can solicit insurance from anyone listed in the alumni directory. Rosie should restrict her calls to businesses and schedule meetings with Suzanne to discuss, sorry, to discuss group insurance. Rosie should email anyone she cannot reach by telephone, offering meetings with Susan to discuss their insurance needs. Emails are exempt from do not call list. So this whole scenario is testing um contacting people that are either on do not call list or not. But the principle is that as it relates to do not call list, you don't contact individual people. Okay. Once you're subscribed to the do not call list, you can reach out to people, what's it called? Business owners. You can call businesses. Okay, businesses are not exempted. Okay, but as for individuals, you have to make sure that their numbers are not on do not call list. Now, in case you're wondering, what is do not call list? Okay, I'm sure many of us get these calls all the time, from telemarketers, soliciting to sell one thing or the other to us. If you are the type that those kind of calls disturbs you, then you can decide to put your number on a do not call list. When you do that, nobody is going to call you anymore. Okay. When you put your number on a do not call list, that is to tell anyone that is soliciting to make a sales over the phone not to contact you. All right. So in these situations now, Rosie should restrict her calls to businesses. And why so? Um, okay. So this is the explanation. According to, oh my gosh, let me see if this thing is done downloading so I can use my mouse. I'm so terrible navigating through the computer without my mouse. Oh, perfect. Thank goodness. Okay, so I can send this email now and be able to remove the flash and plug my mouse. Awesome. That's done. Okay. You baby, come out. My mouse can work now, and then I can. Um, by the way, I just sent the second bootcamp video to you guys, so please watch it. It's loaded with information. Okay. All right, let's go back to where we were. See, now I can move my hands and do stuff. Anyways, okay, so uh the explanation A, there's no exemption from the do not call list for calling people with shared background. Rosie cannot call anyone on that list that is on their alumni list. No, she cannot. B is false because Rosie is not yet licensed, so she cannot solicit insurance. And C is correct because calls to businesses are not prohibited. Exactly what I told you guys. Okay. Calls to businesses are not prohibited from, calling. You can call any businesses to solicit to sell something to them. Okay. And for D is false because Canadian anti-spam legislation prohibits the sending of commercial electronic messages if the sender does not first have the recipient's consent. That's why, sometimes you want to go to a site, they will they will make you put your email address and agree first, right? All that they are doing is trying to obtain your consent first, before they could start sending you emails or solicit for any form of sales from you. That's just to cover their own bases. All right, let's move on to question number 2. And I'm going to see if I can hide the answer. Okay, so question number 2. Uh Linda, get ready. You read question number 3 for us, okay? When Karen and Jim were newly married, they decided, after meeting with a life insurance advisor, that they should take out a joint life insurance policy with $350,000 on each of their lives to cover the cost of their mortgage, naming each other as beneficiaries. Jim became the sole owner of the policy. They were happy they took out the insurance when they did because a few years later, Karen developed type 1 diabetes. After 10 years of marriage, Karen and Jim went through a bitter divorce, selling the house and going their separate ways. Wow. Jim had even moved to another province, and both Karen and the agent had lost all contact with him. After the divorce, Karen met with the agent to request a change to the policy in naming a new beneficiary on her life. What course of action should the agent take? Wow, that's a solid one. This is a good one that will, I hope I didn't, I haven't shown it. Anyways, so what course of action should the agent take? The agent should contact the insurance company, explain the situation, and request the beneficiary change be made using the proper form. No way. The agent should have the policy converted into two separate policies so that Karen can make the necessary. No, the agent must explain to Karen that since Jim is the sole owner of the policy, only he can approve and change and make and can approve any changes to the status of the policy or its beneficiary. The agent must explain to Karen that since the policy was approved to cover the mortgage on a home they no longer own, the coverage is no longer in effect, so the policy will be cancelled.
No.
The correct answer is
See.
C. All right.
Yeah.
So, uh, so because it's only the owner of the policy that can make changes to the
To the
beneficiaries. Okay.
beneficiary.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah. So in this case now, yeah, um, Karen cannot do anything. So it's really sad, but it's what it is. Okay. So the scenarios are here and the references are here. I don't think we're going to waste time to start looking at the scenarios. We already know the answers, except if anybody have any questions around that. That's really, really straightforward. Just know that the person that can make changes to the beneficiary of a policy is the person that is the owner of the policy. Okay. Question number 3, leader, go for this, please.
Okay, on May 1st, Anne meets with her insurance agent, Greg, and decides to apply for a term life policy. She completes the application and declines the temporary insurance agreement, requesting instead cash on delivery as she already has some coverage in force under another contract. On May 16th, Greg is advised by his head office that Anne's application has been approved. On May 20th, Greg delivers the policy to Anne and she confirms her bank information with him so that she can begin her monthly premium payments as of May 25th. When is Anne's new policy deemed to be in force? A, Anne's policy is in force as of May 1st, the date of her application. B, Anne's policy is in force as of May 16th, the date she was approved for coverage. C, Anne's policy is in force as of May 20th, the day it is delivered to her and she accepts it. And D, Anne's policy is in force as of May 25th, the date the first month's premium is covered.
Okay, so now in this answer now, the it says that the correct answer is D. I know that during certification we saw a lot of similar questions like this, and in certifications, all the other questions we had, the answers were C, which was the day that the policy was delivered and accepted by Anne. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
If we recollected most of the questions we were seeing during certifications, we were saying, oh, they did it. So what changed that made this answer now to be the 25th, the first premium was received? If you look at the question, right? Greg delivers the policy to Anne and she confirms her banking information with him so that the beginning of her monthly premium payment as 25th. So, but if there is no this final line talking about the first premium being taken, right? So just know that if premium is taken before the delivery of the policy, the delivery of the policy will mark the date the policy is in force. Because I recollect we have seen that before where premium has been taken prior to the delivery of the policy. So if premium is taken prior to the delivery of the policy, then the delivery of the policy supersedes the taking of the premium. I don't know if that makes sense. For instance, if they had told us that, and the first premium was taken on the 22nd or on the 19th or on the 20th, and their policy, no, maybe on the 19th, then policy was delivered on the 20th. Okay, then the delivery of the policy will take precedence, if that's correct. All right, so let's look at what they're saying in their own rationale. A is false because the application form is only the first part of the application part of the process. It must be reviewed by an underwriter, after which the insurer may make an offer to insure. B is false because following the approval for coverage, the policy must be delivered and the agent must determine if there has been any change in insurability between the date. You see why, even taking, if they had taken premium first, why that would not mark the policy being enforced, because when the agent will be delivering the policy, maybe something must have changed. Do you understand? The insurability status of the client, right? That's what this B is telling us. And C is false because although the policy was delivered to Anne and accepted on May 20th, she did not pay the first month's premium on that date, and therefore the policy could not take effect on that date. This is correct because the policy can only take effect when it is delivered, accepted, and the first premium is received. In this case, it was on the 25th. Okay.
So the policy is only accepted after premium has been paid. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, yeah. So we need to pay attention to how this question is being asked. Okay, you know what? Let can you guys see my screen, because I sent you guys bunch of questions, and I believe we could see questions relating to this. Let me see exam prep quiz for ethics. Exam prep quiz review for ethics. Okay, let me open this one. Can you guys still see my screen?
It's changing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can see it. Okay, so
Yeah.
let's look through. I want to see, that kind of questions. You understand?
Yes.
Uh, uh-huh. Um, Jack's children, Sue and Phil, not this one. Sonia is the sole proprietor of a bakery, not this one. Dave was the life insured in the policy. No. This one will be, it will start talking about Alice was introduced to her mother's life insurance, and the agent is guilty, not this one. The client is depositing, not this one. The ladder life insurance is found guilty, not this one. Is there a way to control find?
Mhm.
Yeah, enforce. Uh-huh. That works, right?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Okay,
Wow.
but okay, let's look at this one. Miss Steen's employer does not provide group insurance benefit, so she has decided to apply for an individual disability insurance policy. The policy is approved 3 days after and then delivered to her by her insurance agent. Given this scenario, when does the coverage begin on the policy? You see that this one did not even talk about first premium at all, right?
No. Hmm.
So that's the thing. We just have to flow with what is the examiner testing us? What are they asking us? You see, that's why just try understand this principle. You understand the process of underwriting. You find out that your life will be so easy. You don't need to cram anything. Just understand. Like this one now, it didn't ask us anything. So the day the policy was delivered, period. That's the answer. Because this one did not talk about the premium being taken or the date of premium being taken, right? You could see that this is so, you get what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay.
Let's see if there's another question like that talks about infos. Okay, rationale. Okay, so this one is talking about contestability period, right? So I explained contestability period in the text part one and part two videos. So let's listen to that, but this, not this one. I I want to see another question that can mimic this one to a great extent. Okay, so let me pull another questions. It's a good thing we can do a query. Infos. Infos, is it one word? Infos. Infos. Nothing is coming up in this question. Or okay, let me. Okay. Let me see the way enforce was. I want to see the way they spelled it in this one. Okay, it's 2 words. Okay. Okay. Enforce. Why is it? Okay. There's no enforce in this one. Okay. If there's no enforce in this one, and let me open the third one. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is still that one. Miss Tintin's employer does not. Yeah, this is the suicide contestability period. Let me bear with me. This is the last because I have 4 questions for this thing. We'll probably be doing back and forth with this. So it's better I open everything up. That way, if we want to look at the way, yeah, enforce. I didn't see any again. Okay. All right. So that is, but do we understand the rationale, right? So we
Yes.
can move forward, right?
Yeah, it makes
Because I was trying to look for to see, yeah, to see if I can see other questions that will have detailed information, but it doesn't. So, Linda, could you please read this for us? Let me quickly check. While you do that, let me quickly check that my kids are eating. I'll be right back. But continue. I'll be right back.
okay. So Mary, a 53-year-old banking executive, has group insurance through her employer. I think I'm going to wait for Joy to come back because I can't see all of the questions. So I think we could just wait. Joy, I wanted you to come back because I wasn't able to see all the questions, so I didn't want to stop halfway.
Oh, I need to scroll, right? Okay.
It's okay.
So sorry.
All right.
Yeah, go
No,
for it.
that's fine. All right, I can start now.
Yeah,
Okay,
go for it.
question 4. Mary, a 53-year-old banking executive, has group insurance through her employer. Mary lives alone but supports her elderly mother, who also lives alone and has very limited resources. Mary decided 5 years ago to take out a 10-year term single insurance policy from her friend, who was an insurance broker. Mary had suffered from mild depression for over 10 years and was prescribed medication. The policy was rated 150% due to her depression. The face amount of the policy was $100,000. She named her mom as beneficiary and her favorite charity as secondary beneficiary. 5 years later, Mary's mother had been admitted to a long-term care facility because of dementia. Mary contacted her broker and requested that her insurance be increased by $250,000 so that her mother could continue to receive the financial support she would need in the event of Mary's death. Another fully underwritten policy with full disclosure was approved and issued at $250,000, with Mary's mother as beneficiary and her charity as secondary beneficiary. 1 year later, Mary's mother passed away. The grief was too overwhelming for Mary, and within days of her mother's death, Mary took her own life. Based on the circumstances, how will the claims be treated on the two life policies? A, insurance will not pay if death is caused by suicide because of a declared depression. B, there is a 2-year exclusion on suicide, so only the first policy would pay out to the secondary beneficiary. C, the maximum payout for death caused by suicide is $100,000. Therefore, only the first policy will pay out. And D, the primary beneficiary was deceased, so the $100,000 and $250,000 policies were paid out to Mary's named charity.
Okay. Sorry. I'm sure we understand the reason why the answer is B, right? Do we understand?
Yeah, it sounds very straightforward, I think.
Yeah, very, very straightforward. So B is the answer. The policy will pay only 100,000. Because there is a suicide exclusion of 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, BCC, there is 2 years exclusion on suicide. So only the first policy will pay out to the secondary beneficiary. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we can move forward, right? Okay. Question number 5. Can you read, please, Linda?
Sure, I can read number 5 again. Jennifer is Daryl's third wife. One day, he suffers a massive heart attack at work and dies. Jennifer remembers the insurance policies the couple took out when they were married 3 years ago. Daryl has a 1 million whole life policy, and Jennifer is named as a revocable beneficiary in the contract. A short time after she begins the claim process with the aid of her lawyer, she receives notice that there are other claimants. Dario had fallen behind in his child support payments to his first wife to a total of $50,000. Furthermore, Jennifer finds out that Dario had changed the beneficiaries to herself and his 2 children equally from his first marriage about a year ago, without her knowledge. Finally, a creditor has provided proof that Dario pledged his policy against a debt he owed them in the amount of $50,000. How much of the 1 million death benefit will Jennifer be entitled to? A, 300,000. Oh, it's trouble now. 300,000 because the debtor assignee and the child support payment need to be paid first. Then the remaining benefit is distributed between the beneficiaries. B, 333 33 because beneficiaries can only be individuals related to the insured with an insurable interest. C, 900,000 because the debtor assignee and child support payments need to be honored. Children, however, cannot be beneficiaries. And D, 1 million because the policy was taken out while he was married to Jennifer.
Wow. Before, okay, let's discuss this thing first. So now Jennifer will get only 300,000, but I'm looking for because he's owing a creditor for 50,000.
Uh-huh.
And then he's falling behind child support of 50,000. So who else is he owing? Because
And
I
the
believe
charity,
it's
there's charity. He
hmm?
promised he promised the charity 50,000, right? So is that
Okay,
counted though? He promised,
he
he
promised.
pledged. Mhm.
Yeah, this is 1 million we're talking about here, right? A
Yeah.
whole life policy, and Jennifer named as a revocable beneficiary. A short term after, oh yeah, she received a notice that he has fallen behind his child support to his first wife to a total of 50,000. Furthermore, that Darren had changed the beneficiary to herself and his two children equally. Okay,
Oh, sorry.
herself and two children.
There's
That's
no.
three people, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
that's
thought.
why it's 300. Because 1 million less 100,000, that's 900,000. Divide by three people, 300,000. You see, that's why.
Also, they paid off the creditor because he was owing
Oh
50. Sorry,
yeah,
charity creditor.
yeah. In fact, they'll pay up creditor first, and then pay up the child support first. Then what is remaining is 900,000. And because it's divided between Jennifer and Darren's two children equally, so three of them will divide 900,000, which will now be 300.
Okay. So is it not creditor proof because they're beneficiaries? So why? Because I remember.
Or is creditor proof
Mm-hmm.
if they are preferred? Uh, and then that's a good question. Is it not creditor proof? No,
Uh-huh.
but this one say creditor has provided proof that Darrell pledged his policy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, you see, yes, he has he's more or less like against the debt he owes.
Okay.
You understand? If he has not proved the policy, then it would have been credited protected.
Mhm.
You
Okay.
get what I'm saying? what what do you think Jennifer would have done that would have made her to avoid all this koni that this man backstabbed her? Do you understand? Because in her own mind, she thought she's inheriting 1 million. But the man went behind, and
Uh,
you understand,
well, but
this is I'm sure
when she
I'm
came in
sure
as wife,
that Jennifer will be so angry with that man, even if
when she came in as wife
eh?
number 3 now, there were other wives and children, so she has to be fair.
What did you say?
I said she came in number 3, so there were other wives and children too. So the man
Then she
was just
should have
trying
been
to be fair.
smarter that there would be other interest. What
Yeah.
do you think she could have done to protect herself?
Could she have made herself
What do you
the
think? Because there's irrevocable beneficiary. That's the thing. That time the love is checking the man. That's the time she would have tied the hand of.
Ah,
You know,
okay.
that's the time she should have said, okay, if you can make me the beneficiary, no, I'm not, it's not, I want to be irrevocable beneficiary. That would have solidified her position. And you are coming in
Ah,
at number 3, you should know that there are people before you.
others.
So you need to A your game. You understand?
I see.
If she
Okay.
had, if she had done that, that man wouldn't have been able to go behind her
Back, yeah,
and
that's
change it without even telling her. Can you imagine?
but that's bad.
Anyways,
That's
so now you know. The reason is because Jennifer didn't know any better. She did
no.
not know any better, and she didn't have any life insurance agent that would teach her, just like we, just like we
Yes,
are learning,
it's true.
So now, this question can come in different shapes and shades and whatever. It may be that, okay, they are divorcing, and then let's assume that Jennifer now have children, and Jennifer and Daryl are separating, and Jennifer is worried that if anything happened to Daryl, the child support will not be coming. What would Jennifer needs to do? In that one, just make herself irrevocable beneficiary. I think we saw something like that until the children turns 18.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Yes, that's the way this question will come. Okay.
But
Let
can you
me see.
can you change an irrevocable beneficiary to a revocable beneficiary at some point?
You can with the permission of the beneficiary.
Okay. Okay.
So, for instance, in this question now, if Jennifer were to be irrevocable beneficiary, her husband won't be able to go behind her and blindsided her to do what he did. Darren will need Jennifer's permission, Jennifer's signature to have been able to change the beneficiary the way he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And at that point, Jennifer would decide, okay, do I want to share this my national cake with anybody or
Everyone
not?
or not.
So irrevocable beneficiary cut the short
Okay.
if the beneficiary will be changed or not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We just did question number 5, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to check other questions that we have to see how beneficiary. Why is this still making this loud noise? Okay, beneficiary. Okay, does it mean there's no beneficiary question here? Bum, Jeremy, go eat. Okay, there's no beneficiary question. Let me see here. Okay, beneficiary from himself to his father given. Okay, this one is just talking about the guy that is trying to hide his. Mm, okay. Mm, okay. I think we can move on because looking for some of this. Oh, okay. I can be using this. I should know. Okay, let's continue. um. Okay, this is done. I want us to quickly finish this and then reference. Okay, question number 6. 3 decades ago, Pierce sold a 100,000 life insurance policy to Anne Zajek, who was unmarried and who wanted to leave an estate to a niece and nephew, Wanda and Jacob. They are the children of a brother who had immigrated to Canada with Aunt Zajek. He named Wanda and Jacob as equal beneficiaries under the policy, describing them as his niece and nephew. Okay. And Zajek died at the funeral. At the funeral, Pierre learned that the deceased had other brothers who had stayed in Europe, and that one of them had also named a son Jacob, who resides in Europe, and the brother and sister in Canada have a copy of the policy and have asked Pierre to obtain the claims from the insurer. They have had no contact with their cousin in Europe, but learned that another relative the Jacob Jacob in Europe that he may be entitled to some insurance money. What should pair do? What should pair do knowing there is a second nephew of the deceased, also named Jacob? Wow. A. He should request the form for the Canadian niece and nephew from the insurance company as requested and inform it that there is a potential problem because there is a second nephew named Jacob. He should obtain the form for the Canadian niece and nephew. He should not inform the insurer about the possibility of a conflicting claim because he believes the Canadian nephew is the intended beneficiary. He should request form for the Canadian niece and nephew and one of the European nephew as he has been made aware of his existence. He should inform the insurer that there are two possible claimants with the same name and relationship. He should advise the Canadian niece and nephew to negotiate a split with the European cousin to avoid a court case and a delay in receiving the benefits. So here we're told that the correct answer is A, which means that he should request the form for the Canadian niece and nephew from the insurance company as requested and inform it that there is a potential problem because there is a second nephew named Jacob. So let's hear the rationale. Prayer is the agent who sold the policy, and he's aware who Hans Zedek named as his beneficiaries. However, it has also been made aware that there is another relative with the same name and relationship to the deceased. A beneficiary must complete a claim form. Agents can obtain the claim forms from the insurer, and in this situation, parents should obtain the forms for the Canadian niece and the nephew. Whenever there is a named beneficiary, the insurer will seek satisfactory proof of identity. And for example, individuals with common names might face additional hurdles to establish their entitlements. Beneficiaries are sometimes described in terms of a relationship, such as children, and these claimants will have to establish their qualifications by means of additional documentary evidence, e.g., verification by third party, possibly the agent. Hmm. Wow. Pair as an agent for the company should inform it that there is a potential problem because there is a second nephew in Europe, also named Jacob, and the company faced with conflicting or difficult to reconcile claims of beneficiaries' entitlements can turn to the courts. Statutory provisions found in the Provincial and Territorial Insurance Act permit payments into court, and this discharges the insurer from liability and allows the resolution of the conflicts of conflicting claims by a system designed to review evidence and adjudicate claims. Wow, that's a long one, but
It is,
loaded with
yeah.
informations, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's pretty much straightforward, right? Because even though the agents might have an idea that the the deceased intended for the the money to go to his niece and nephew in Canada, but that doesn't give the agent the right to neglect the other one in Europe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's why the agents have the duty to communicate with the insurance company that there might be a potential, you know, another claimer. But
Okay.
again, that would just be a starting point. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. Let's see. Any other question here? Okay, question 7. Linda, you want to take this one?
Yes, I can read that one. Yeah.
Okay,
Can
go
you
for
just
it.
scroll down? Yeah. Carl, a life insurance agent, has his office in a small shopping mall and occasionally, just scroll down a little bit. Thank you. And occasionally gets walk-in clients. A man entered his office with the intention of opening a registered retirement savings plan, RRSP, and contributing $20,000. He produced a driver's license as identification and told Carl he had been a resident of Canada for 3 years. He was unable to provide a social insurance number and said he would telephone Carl that afternoon with the information. He left a 20,000 check for Carl to attach to his application. Should Carl report the transaction to FinTrack? Yes. Yes, because it meets the definition of a suspicious transaction. B, yes, because the amount is substantial. C, no, because it is the insurer's responsibility to determine whether this client is a politically exposed foreign person. D, no, because the client is buying an exempted product.
Yeah, because if you look at the explanation, RRSPs are exempted products. Consequently, CAL will not have to report the transactions to FinTrack. Other than the clients not being able to provide his social insurance number immediately, there is nothing out of the ordinary with these transactions. Okay.
Oh,
And I explained yesterday during the class that when we see anything refer, re, referring to money transactions, financial transactions, I need us to know that the regulatory body that have oversight of that is called FinTrack. You know, just think about it like financial tracking.
okay.
Okay, is an
Mhm.
you remember it like that. Okay, and when they're asking about money related issues, financial tracking.
Mhm.
Then, when they're asking you about paper or compromised information, sensitive information or personal information, just look at it like paper. Just look at it like paper because it's pepida, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Just say, oh, what do we need to write something? We use paper and then we use pen. But this one now, let your focus be on paper. So when you start hearing about information, just in your head, just know this is has to do with pepida. Okay.
Okay.
That's the way I remember it. Some suspicious transactions indicators that an agent is mostly likely to notice include all the client refuses to provide the required identifications and all that stuff, right? But yeah, so that's on that one. Question number 8, and this is the last one. Okay, so question number 8: a life insurance agent is required. Uh, Oh, sorry, this is okay. Newly licensed life insurance meets with Dennis, who wishes to secure life insurance. During the application process, Dennis presents a credit card that expired next month, stating that it is the only identification he has on hand, along with a bank check for the first month's premium. To meet regulatory standard, what should Glenn do? Glenn should not submit the application form because the credit card expires next month. Glenn should submit the application form using the bank account check information to verify the record Dennis' identity. Glenn should not submit the application form because neither credit cards nor bank checks are acceptable form of identifications. That's right. Glenn should submit the application form using the credit card to verify the record, then needs identity as the card is from a reputable financial institutions. Yeah, so C is correct because none of those two documentations are a legitimate form of identity. Okay, identity has to be either driver's license or um, passports. Okay,
Okay. Mhm.
so um, yeah, so you see here, such as birth certificate, driver's license, passport, permanent resident card, certificate of Indian status, and record of landing. These are the acceptable form of identification. Okay, so yes, that is that on this one. So I'm going to let me stop sharing here and pull up. Now we're going to go into chapter by chapter quizzes. Okay, this is slowly again. Okay, I'm just pulling up because I wanted different questions. Like I promised you guys that I will be bringing up past questions that different ones so that we can have different views to how the exam questions will be presented to us. Okay. The one we just finished now is the one from AIC website. So this one is from another third party, but very resourceful. Okay. My system is slightly slow. It's loading because this one is going to um
So the provincial
this
test,
will enable us to look at questions on. Yeah,
I
go
would say
ahead,
that
please.
there's a lot of information. It looks like they give you so much background story. I'm noticing that the information is a lot for the
Yes, a
yeah.
lot. Yeah, is a lot. You see why I like to look at broadened the the learning experience, right? So that you don't get surprises when you go into the exam hall, because you seeing this now is going to help you to prepare your mind to read lengthy questions, right?
Yes.
But the fact that they are lengthy doesn't mean that it's difficult. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so there are one, two, three. There are four chapters in ethics. So we are going to take a chapter by chapter quizzes. Okay, so let this load, and I'm going to come back to share my screen. So again, like reading very fast is very important. Okay, during the actual exam, try to read very fast. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, do you want to go first for us, Linda?
Yes, I can read that.
Can you
Yeah.
see my screen?
Can you make it just a
Okay,
little
go
bit?
for it, darling.
Yeah. Can you increase a little, just a bit?
I should be. Okay, so let me see if I can. Oh no, what have I done? Okay, so where is the the thing? I don't know where it's gone. Okay, it's right here. How do I make it bigger?
Maybe look at that.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
I see.
the glass thing.
Okay, there we go. Did that work for you, my dear?
It went smaller instead.
You have to widen it though.
But it went smaller?
It went smaller. Mhm.
Huh?
Yes, it went smaller.
Oh my gosh, how do I do this now?
If you look at the, maybe try that. If you look at the top right, there's like that glass thing. What is it called at the corner there? You see where the X is below that? Yeah,
This one?
click on that. It
Okay.
would, that might increase it. Yes, yeah, that, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Keep
yeah.
clicking on it, it would increase it. Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it's good size
This,
now,
this is
right?
good. Yeah, thank you. I can see. Yeah. All right.
Thank you. I learned something.
No, I've got bad
Go
sight.
for it, dear.
All right. So Yeva is a well-known member of a Canadian political party. She discloses medical, financial, and lifestyle information to her advisor, Oksana, to be recorded on her life insurance paper application. Afterwards, Oksana puts the application in her briefcase, but before going back to the office, meets a group of friends for drinks. Oksana ends up staying longer than she should have and having too many drinks. When she wakes up the next morning, she cannot find her briefcase. Shortly afterwards, the news reports images of Yeva's signed application on social media, disclosing all of her restricted data, with
Hey.
which legal principle did Oksana violate, if any? A. There is no violation as the loss was unintentional. B. Public policy. C. Operating under the influence. D. Civil fault.
Hmm.
uh,
See?
Okay, so which one do you guys think is the answer?
uh,
See?
Huh?
it's,
Operate
it's,
influence.
I think it's D. Civil fault or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, I think it's D because I won't say there is no violation or there's a violation, okay? And
Hmm.
is it public policy? No, because we are, it's not, this is not about the public, right?
Mm-hmm.
um, then it's about professional ethics right here, right? And they're operating under the influence. Who cares? You operate under the influence, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
But it's a civil fault. You get what I'm saying? It's not a criminal fault, it's a civil fault, right? So I'm going to go with D, but let's note that, okay? Because, this thing, it takes us like we are taking a test. So it's going to grade us, okay?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right. But again, like you see that the dynamics of this question is different from the dynamics of Remic question.
Mm-hmm.
So having these two different dynamics, it will help us to balance it and have a better mindset going into the provincial. That's why I feel it's important we do this, okay?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Philip is a 65-year-old and is applying for old age is this supplementary benefit or something like that? Which factor will be considered when determining his benefit amount? His spousal status, his contributory period, citizenship, other income? Linda, do you know?
Uh, so
Is
he's
a very old age support benefit.
mm-hmm.
Which factor will be considered when determining his benefit amount? Is it the status of his spouse? I don't think so.
No,
Will it be his contributive period,
maybe.
citizenship, or other income?
I think
Other in
citizenship.
Remember, this is not talking about his eligibility. Oh. This is
okay.
talking about the benefit amount.
Amount, okay.
I think it's other income. How much he
I'll
has?
go
Maybe.
the other income.
Yes.
Yes, because you know the old age assisted support is mainly for people that don't have much, right? The moment you start having something, then that's going to reduce how much you'll be able to get until you won't be able to get anything again. So
Okay.
let's look at it that way, and then we'll see what the answer is. So Linda, you want to go for number 3, please?
Yeah.
Mr. Joy. Mr. Joy.
Sister Mabel, are you home now?
Yes.
Are you home now?
Yes.
Okay, so get ready to take number 4. So Linda, go ahead, please.
Okay.
Say something
Doc,
about this number.
You want to say something about number 2?
Contributory period. As in, if it's talking about a policy, I will go with B. Maybe talking about the benefits.
No, there's no policy here. Okay, do you understand what is old age support benefits?
Yes.
Old age support benefit is not a policy. It's a federal government assisted program.
That's what I'm
Is
saying.
handed out to people, like that's why we are teaching people to save for retirement. Anyone that is not saving for retirement now, they'll ended up with this. Go ahead, please. You're hanging.
okay. Okay, am I reading the next one?
All right.
Okay. So Doc suffered an injury at his workplace because his employer did not ensure.
Yes, my dear. No, go.
Shall I start again?
Yes, please.
Okay. Doc suffered an injury at his workplace because his employer did not ensure that the workplace was safe. Doc is applying for workers' compensation so that he would have an income while he is unable to work. Which statement best applies to Doc's application for workers' compensation? A. Doc has relinquished his right to sue his employer. B. Doc's benefits are payable only if his employer is at fault. C. Doc's benefits are based on the premiums paid by his employer. And D. Doc's benefits are based on the premiums he paid through his payroll taxes.
A. Doc has relinquished his right to sue his employer.
Oh, why do you think it's A?
Because the place, according to the question, the same workplace, because his employer did not ensure that the work site was safe. That means there's already hazard on the work site. Do you get? So he has, if Doc has in sustained an injury at workplace, he has every right to sue the employer for not keeping the place safe.
So does it mean that if he submit claims for WCB, he will still not be able to sue the hell out of the employer, since they have also told us that the employer is at fault here?
I
So
don't think.
yeah, when you take money from workers compensation, you forfeit that right to sue, so he can't sue.
Compensation.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so it's A then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Sister Mabel, go for it, number 4.
Jessica and Steve are reviewing their retirement plan. I want to understand the advantage of Canada Pension Plan, CPP. Identify which statement best describe the, sorry, I'm not seeing this thing very well. Best describe the benefit of CPP. A, benefits are not taxable income.
Okay.
CPP is available for all retirees residing in Canada. C. Couples can couples can couples can income split. ah, that English. Couples can split their income, can income split CPP. D. Eligibility for full benefits start at age 60. 65.
So which one is it?
I think
Linda,
we
which one is it?
I think it's C. Incomes can couples can split their CPP. Yeah, so C. What do you think?
Well, I'm trying in my head, what I'm trying to separate is to make sure that I am not confusing RRSP benefits to Canada pension plans benefits.
Mhm.
That's what is going on in my head right now
Oh,
because
oh,
the benefit they list here is a combination of both RRSP benefit
uh-huh.
and CPP benefit. So how do I identify the one that is not CPP benefit? A, it said benefits are not taxable income. So benefits from my Canada pension plan, that's from pension. Is
Mhm.
it taxable income? CPP is available for all retirees residing in Canada. Yeah, because it's pension, right? It should
Mhm.
be, right? Couples
Mhm.
can income split CPP. That sounds to me more like RRSP kind of features, right?
Yeah.
I think so though.
And then eligibility for full benefit starts at age 60. Yeah,
Really?
that
Also,
seems like right.
Is it not 65?
Yeah, because pension, that's retirement age, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
so
Yeah.
now if I'm using elimination method, right off the back, I'm going to eliminate uh, uh, A and C, leaving me with B and D. Now, out of B and D, which one is a better option? You understand? So, and
Uh-huh.
that is one of the ways you can using elimination method, because there are some questions you see right off the bat, you know, two are wrong. So eliminate those two first. Then you narrow yourself. Okay, these two that is remaining, CPP is available for all retirees, you know, residing in Canada. Ah, if you're a retiree and you didn't contribute, will CPP be available to you?
Mhm.
exactly.
No, it won't,
CPP
right?
is only available for people that contribute because
Yes.
it's deducted from payroll, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So again, it means that one is out, right? So that brings me now, if eligibility for full benefits starts at age 60, eligibility for full benefit, can somebody retire early and be eligible? So maybe this my options may be out of whack, you know, it's benefit.
The thing is,
So
it I know. Then you eliminate everything and then you have no answer. But you can
you
retire at
have no
60,
answer, right?
but you don't get you probably will not get your
You
full
can retire.
benefit.
You
Is that
probably will not get your full benefits. So yes, exactly. You probably will not get your full benefit. So now, if my B and if my uh, B and D is out of work, and this looks like and C looks like more of RRSP features, then maybe I should go to A. Benefits are not taxable income.
I
um,
think so.
Yes, that is true. Oh. You know your CPP is deducted, right?
you pay tax already?
Yes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pay tax
Because
already.
when I run payroll for my staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
CPP is one of those deductions, right?
Yeah. So do you take
CPP
CPP?
run.
before tax or after when you're running payroll, because that will tell us if it's before, then they will pay. If it's after, then it's paid.
So okay, you know what? I ran some payroll very. Let me see if actually okay, I see it here now. I have a pay stub here. You know, but by the way the software this now, right? You take taxes, then employment insurance, then CPP. So all are deductions,
Mm-hmm.
right?
What
Mm-hmm.
has
Because you see the way. Let me fold the name, the name so that can you guys see it?
is kind of
It's blurred.
it's blurry.
Let me see the side where the deductions. Okay, deductions. You first of all see taxes. Is it better?
Oh, we can see now.
Hmm?
Okay. Okay, I see taxes.
Okay, let me see. Oh, okay, you see taxes, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's see. Do you see now? You see that there's taxes, then there's CPP,
That
Uh-huh.
means it's tax
right?
then.
And there's
Yes.
EI. So
Yeah.
they are all deductions.
Okay.
You know, they are deducted. Say for instance, now if somebody salary is 1,000, so we will now remove tax, EI, CPP, and then maybe whatever is remain will now be 800. So how do you treat that? Are you saying it's after tax dollars or before tax dollars? You know what? We no go come kill ourselves. Let's pick one. We will know what it is and learn from it. Abi?
That's so.
Benefit. ah, benefit are not. At least we have practiced elimination method. We have practiced what we can do on our own when we are in that exam hall, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. Uh okay, Star Mabel, go for number 5, please.
Mahmoud is an insurance agent. He starts an email marketing campaign to build his business. To ensure that he is compliant with the Canadian and pan legislature. Sorry, I'm not. Let me kind of. Oh, okay. He include a link to unscribe within the email. One of the recipients of Danny's email has requested to unsubscribe. What is the required timeline to act on the unsubscribe request?
Request. Okay, do we understand this, right? You know, like you go to a site, you are excited. Oh, I want to check it out. And the next thing they say, you must put your email address first. You
Mm-hmm.
know, many a times I don't even think to, I just put my email address just because I want to see what is next, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
the next thing they want to run you out of town, bombarding you with all manner of sales, all manner. Oh God. Then you can go and unsubscribe. I didn't even know that. My husband, this one, your email box is full. Unsubscribe and they'll leave you alone. So when you now unsubscribe, those people are obligated to act on your request to to disconnect you from their system. Now, this question is, with how much time do they have
Required
to
timeline.
ensure that they disconnect you and stop disturbing your life with their marketing, whatever? Is it one day? What is it, one business day? Is it 5 business days? Is it 10 business days? Is it 3 business days?
I
Does any
think
of
it's
you recollect coming across this?
no, but I think it's immediately though.
I think,
But there's no
and I
immediately in
think,
this answer.
I know, I think it would be, they'll have, you need time because I think I want to go for 10 business days. Because I feel
Egbe!
them. Okay, let's say 5. No, I don't really don't know. I'm just guessing. Because you need time.
Okay.
So I don't know whether it's
But
either.
when you sign up, they didn't need time to put you on their list and
I
start
know
disturbing your life
they put you
immediately.
straight away. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it
I'm
one?
telling you. Well,
Is that one?
I'm gonna go with one business day.
Exactly.
So if you are with one business day, say yes.
Yes, that's what I meant by immediately.
Yeah.
Yes, nearest to the
Okay.
answer.
Okay, let's go with one and then we'll see.
Yes. No, let's go with one. It makes
Okay.
sense. If you want your name out, you
Linda,
want
can
your
you
name out.
read question 6 for us, please?
Yeah. Jimmy has named his friend
You see
Bill.
why I you see why I yes, you see why I love the dynamics of this question. Now go ahead.
Okay. Jimmy has named his friend Bill as his power of attorney, and shortly after that develops dementia. Bill takes over as Jimmy's attorney and makes financial and legal decisions on Jimmy's behalf. What document allows Bill to continue as
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy's power of attorney even after Jimmy becomes mentally incapable?
I like
Jimmy
this one.
will.
You guys should know this one. Please don't let me down.
I think it's the enduring power of attorney.
Yes.
Yes, I think we'll
And
pick
why do you think it's C, my darling? Why
that.
do you think it's C?
Because the power of attorney
Hmm?
stops with financial, and enduring would carry on with mental incapacity.
Bagam, this babe, you are ready for provincial. Oh. That is accurate, okay? You see, yes, that is so perfect, on point, all right? Enduring power, if it's standard enduring power of attorney, it ends, it doesn't continue if the person becomes incapable of handling their own situations. But enduring power of attorney carry on regardless of when the person becomes mentally capable. However, there are two things that enduring power, someone with enduring power of attorney cannot do. That one is not in this question, but I'm just taking it to the next level now in case this question comes in different jackets. So if they happen to ask and say, what are the two things that that Bill cannot do on behalf of Jimmy, even though he has an enduring power of attorney? What would those two things be?
I know there's will. He cannot change his will. That one I know. I don't know the other one. Um,
He cannot change beneficiary.
He cannot name a beneficiary.
Yes.
Yes, and he cannot change his will or change or named a beneficiary on behalf of Jimmy. Those two things he can never do. Okay, so that in case this similar question comes in different size and shapes, just so you know. Okay, awesome. Oh, Sister Kenny, so glad you're back. So you read number 7, question 7 for us. Unmute yourself, please.
The 7.
Yeah.
Jay is a citizen and resident of Canada and was born in India. Joy and his family have maintained a primary residence in Ottawa, Ontario for several years, but also often rent a cottage in Calgary, Alberta. He was recently laid off by his employer and lost his group extended health insurance plan. Afterwards, he was in a car accident in Alberta and had to visit the hospital for emergency surgery. What plan, if any, will pay for his hospital bill? A, Jay will have to pay out of pocket. B, Alberta Health Insurance Plan. C, Ontario Health Insurance Plan. D, Federal Canadian Health Insurance Plan.
Let's
One
start
is
with
needed.
elimination method. Which two is obviously the wrong answer? Can you spot?
A is the wrong answer.
Yes, I agree. A is wrong. And
Okay.
Ontario.
what's the Federal Canadian Health Insurance? I've never heard of that one.
Is
Does
there
it make-
anything like Federal Canadian Health Insurance Plan?
I've never heard of that one.
So,
Oh.
so let's eliminate those two. So now we are down to Alberta Health and Ontario Health. Now they say he's a citizen, a resident of Canada, and was born in India. Who cares? He's a resident. All those are, see, one thing we need to pay attention to is when they are feeding us with noise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Noise in your question. Unnecessary information to derail you, to confuse you. So what does it, how is my business if he was born in India, but he's a Canadian resident? That's what matters. Citizen have similar access, just that resident cannot vote, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys with me?
Yes.
So telling me he was born in India is a noise, right? Jay and his family have maintained a primary residence in Ottawa, Ontario for several years. We also often rent a cottage in
Grandma read something that she wrote.
recently, blah, blah, blah.
So Joy,
So,
can you somebody? There is a noise in the background.
okay. Let's see, where's that noise coming from? Okay, Sister Kenny is muted already, so don't worry. So
It was recently.
his main base is Ontario, right?
Yes.
They didn't tell us his base is in Calgary. He rents cottage. You just like, okay, let me ask you this, right? Thank you. Where's the phone? Take my charge the phone for him. Or okay, go take iPad. Okay, let's look at it this way, Linda. If you are in Edmonton, right?
Yes.
And you have a home here, and then you vacation in Ontario, right?
Yes.
And while you are in Ontario, happen to be involved in an accident and undergo surgery in Ontario. So who pays?
It's Alberta.
That's simply what they are asking us. It should be Alberta, right?
It should be Alberta, yes.
Alberta Health, right? Okay, let's take our chances on that. Alberta Health Insurance Plan. Okay, Linda, can you read question 8 for us, please?
Oh, okay.
Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, please. Is Alberta Health the answer? Or we just ticked it?
Oh, Ontario, sorry. It's Ontario. It's Ontario, sorry. I was choosing Alberta because
we're talking about Alberta and Edmonton. Yeah.
Okay, so Ontario will pay even though he's in an hospital in Alberta. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
because he's Ontario resident, right? You know, but we will see, we will check the answer when we're done, because this thing is timing us. Okay. Let's see how much time we have. Let's do fast. Question 8. I think it stops at question 10. Okay.
Pratik gets transferred from his company in Canada to work on a long-term project in London, UK. He owns a property in Canada, which he plans to sell in the near future. Therefore, he prepares a legal document to appoint his brother Jay to deal with the sale of the property on Pratek's behalf when he is away. Which of the following terms best describes the legal document? Is it an absolute assignment, a living
I
will,
like this one.
inter vivo trust, a power of attorney?
What one do you guys think?
I think it would be the power of attorney still because it's property.
I
That's
think
what
so
I
too.
think.
Does anybody have a different opinion? Okay, without any contra, whatever, let's move to the okay. Question 9. We need to move fast. We have 40 questions and we are still on question 9. So we need to move fast, please. Okay, Craig, a critical illness insurance policy holder, gets a diagnosis with cancer. He made a claim, but his insurance refuses to make payment, stating that Craig had lied in his application about his pre-existing illness. If Craig wishes to sue the insurer, he has to do it within A, the limitation period, B, 30 days after claim rejection, C, 10 days after claim rejection, and D, the incontestability period. So which will it be? Eliminate your two first. Which will be your first two that you're eliminating? Fast, 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 fast. You see, I love using the elimination method because if I can spot the wrong two answers right off the bat, my brain is not going to work on 4 options. My brain will zero in on 2 options. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm encouraging you guys, learn to, right off the bat, the 2 will stand out to you, right? I know it cannot be contestability period. We've talked about the contestability period, right? So it cannot be 10 days claim rejection. So now between the limitation period and 30 days, which will it be?
30 days.
30 days, I think so. I think we'll go for 30 days.
Claim rejection.
Limitation period does not really it does not define anything. It can be anything.
Exactly.
You think? You think so?
What is the length of time
Limitation period.
of the limitation period? Is it 90 days? Is it 30 days? Is it 60 days?
Exactly, we don't know.
Well, I will go with limitation period, but because due to popular vote, I will select your 30 days. We'll see the answer, but just know that my own answer behind the scene is A, okay?
So why do you think limitation period?
Question number 10, please. Because you see, there's limitation, just like we have contestability period, there's what do you call this one when somebody commits suicide? What do they call that period again? There's all those period kind of thing when it comes to life and critical illness, right? But we'll see. Okay, Harry recently started as an insurance agent and is busy trying to generate business for himself. He is calling individual peoples as prospective clients. What should Harry be checking prior to contacting anyone by phone? Guys, you remember this? You remember this one?
Yeah,
see, human rights legislation, the National Do Not Call Anti-Spam legislation, his firm's compliance manual. So which one is it?
B, National Do Not Call list.
B.
Yeah, do not
there you go, guys. There you go. So we're going to submit now. Sorry, guys, I have to move fast because we failed this many. What?
Let's number 2, number 4, number. And let's check them again now. It happens, Sister Joy.
Kidding me? Even with teacher sitting here. Hey! What? Number two.
Other income. How is that possible?
So 65 contribution. What's the question again? Oh?
Okay, that old age support now.
Okay.
So the correct answer
But
is.
what answer did?
What do we choose again?
What's the correct answer?
We chose other income, but what is the correct answer? We thought it was other income because it was income based.
We choose other income, but what's the answer?
Let's.
Yeah.
The answer there.
How long? It
Which
depends on
factor
it.
is considered, unlike CPP, old age is not contributed and is funded by the government through duties of taxes. Pension benefits are not considered as taxable income for the pensioner. So the benefit amount depends on how long the resident has been in Canada since age 18.
Oh, it was A. Maybe it was
Okay.
A.
Oh.
Spousal status and pensioner status of other spouse. Okay. So spousal, so the answer is A. Hey, Jehovah Onyebere. The fact that we even failed this many is mind-boggling. Anyways, let's still see the one we passed. Okay, the civil fault, we passed that one. Okay. You know the one the guy was drunk now. Guys, you remember that one?
Yes, yeah.
So that one is civil fault. I just want us to check even the one we passed, okay? Yeah, okay. The WCB on 2, we got that one. Yeah. So it means the moment he opt to file claim with WCB, he cannot sue his employer, right? Hey, Jesus Christ. Benefits
are not taxable.
Yeah, this is benefits are not taxable income. So which is the correct answer?
I think let's see this one again. That's couple can as in couples can income split CPP. Let's see.
Yeah, it says that spouses may split CPP benefits to enable income splitting at retirement, and this benefit will be available to Jessica and Steve. So the answer is A.
Income split.
Wow. Yeah, couples income splitting.
So let's look at it very well in case we come across something. Oh, sorry, wait. I leave my room. Get up, get up.
I will send you guys the video, okay?
Okay.
Guys, you okay? I'll send you guys the video. That way you can mute and this thing.
Sorry,
where did you get
these questions from? Where did you get these questions from?
This one na my waka waka I take get them on. and the reason I went extra mile to get this is because I feel that the Remic own is just too simple. We needed something that will really, really mimic the exam to get us up on our A game, right? Still number 5, we'll see as we take film. Yeah, see me where I was thinking is one business day with confidence. Look at it. Can't prevent the sending of the.
So it was 10. It was 10 days.
So what's the answer? What's the right answer?
Yeah,
it's 10 days.
10 business days.
Wow.
10 business days. Okay, at least we try now. We got number 6, enduring power of attorney. Number 7, Ontario Health. We got that one, guys.
We got that one.
Number 8, power of attorney. Yes, we got that one. This number 9. What's number 9? 30 days. Me, I tell na say My own, it in my pocket. Let's see. Limitation period is the time during which a court action must be stated. So if you guys had gone with me, you would have passed it. So it's a limitation period, guys, not 30
Okay,
days.
not
Okay.
30 days. Mhm.
So
All
that
right.
limitation
Yeah.
period, as in how many
The
days?
national
Is it 20? Is
national
it how
do
many
not
days?
call list.
Sister
So no, it's
Joy.
not. Is there's no days. It's a limitation period. Look, there is no day. It's called a limitation period, and a limitation period is a time frame in which a court action must be started or the right to sue is lost. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's move on. Oh my God, it's already 10 o'clock. And I want us to finish. What do you guys think about all these questions we are? What do you guys think about this one? You like it?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are
it's
very
it's
helpful.
it's it's good. It's good. Yeah, it's giving us all the different directions.
Yeah. Different directions, yeah, and different perspectives, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, someone is
Because the Remicade,
graduating.
when you master it, you think the exam will come in different directions. So you better be prepared, right? Chapter quizzes. And there are 4 chapters. The one we did is just first chapters. Anyways, if we can't finish the 4 of them today. So please, once we start this one now, let's see if we can read very quickly. And you were watching them, weren't you? You were watching them, weren't you? Emra, I'm in a training, please. Okay. Mm-hmm. Water everywhere. You weren't watching them, and now there's water everywhere. Okay, guys. Can somebody go first? Linda, you want to go first, please?
Okay.
Can you see
Um.
my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. Yeah.
It's kind of very, it's small. Can you make it bigger, Sister Joy?
Of course, you guys have taught me how to do that now. Let's see. Uh-oh. Is it here? Create QR.
Oh, where is it? It's disappeared.
Mm,
Go right.
no. Because this one is to reduce it. This one is
It's not. It doesn't look like this page has it.
yeah. There is the size is like the other one on my own end. Create QR code for this page. I don't need the QR code. Is it that tiny, guys?
I guess we can manage.
Hmm?
Take the
Yeah.
arrow.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
maybe.
go for it, my dear.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay,
Okay, I
go.
can out. Yeah, Mahalia is a claims adjudic. What that word? Adjudicator. She's reviewing recent claims submitted on life insurance contracts. She sees that beneficiaries
Mm-hmm.
have been appointed on 4 different life insurance contracts. Which beneficiary designation is not considered as a preferred beneficiary?
Mm-hmm.
The estranged child of the insured and policy owner, B, the best friend
There
of
you
the
go.
insured and policy owner appointed as an irrevocable beneficiary, the married spouse of the insured and policy owner, a common law spouse of the insured and policy owner appointed as a revocable beneficiary. Preferred beneficiary.
What's the question again? Which beneficiary? I'm not saying it. I don't know if it's my lightings. It's kind of small. Okay. Which beneficiary designation is not considered as a preferred beneficiary? designation. Not, is not prefer.
Oh, the question disappeared.
We lost your screen. Okay. Extreme child of the insured and policy in
Preferred beneficiary, extreme child.
is not considered okay. The best friend of the insured and policy owner appointed an honorable beneficiary. The married spouse of an insured and policy owner.
Ah, that's a difficult one. What's the preferred beneficiary? Is it the, does it, it has to be like family, right? Family or spouse?
I think it's B. The best friend of the insured and policy owner appointed as an irrevocable beneficiary. Because the beneficiary has to have an insurance interest. They have to be an insurance interest.
But if you make that person an irrevocable, then it's accepted, isn't it?
You can't even name, because a beneficiary has to be someone, a family member, not best friend. Well,
it can be
I'm not
anybody.
Yeah, but if you make the best friend irrevocable, it holds.
Yeah.
That's the only condition. You have to make them irrevocable if it's not an immediate family or parent or spouse.
Even revocable.
Mhm.
What about if you don't have a family?
So if you don't have a family, then you can make someone, but you have to make that person irrevocable. Otherwise, yeah. So maybe that's why. The estranged child. All right.
Child of the insured and policy owner. Hmm. But what was a preferred beneficiary, first of all?
I think it has to be like a child, a
Yeah, but
grandparent,
there's no time for
a spouse. So they have to be very close family with interests, right? Insurable interest. So I don't know. Is it an estranged child? If it's an estranged child, is that
A common law spouse.
yeah.
That means they're not legally married, they're just cohabiting together.
Yeah, maybe that one. Oh, I don't know.
Of
So
the
what is a
insured.
common what is a
Sorry?
common law spouse? What is a common law spouse entitled to?
Okay. You're asking what a common law spouse is entitled to, right?
Mm-hmm.
A common law spouse, I treated that in the video of yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. But I do know for a fact that the common law spouse entitlement, is it the same as it's not the same as married, whatever. But again, you guys watched yesterday's video, okay? Let's move ahead because I don't want to. Adnan holds a life insurance policy on his wife Rina. Adnan has heart problem and his health is deteriorating. Hence, he named his daughter Simran to be the new policy holder after his death. What kind of policy holder is Simran? A. Dependent. B. Collateral.
Successor.
C. Successor. D. Provincial. The answer is successor. Okay.
Okay.
And three. Kenny, can you read question 3?
Paula passed away 3 years after buying a life insurance policy. The insurance company, when processing the claim, finds out that she died from a condition that she had been treated for 5 years ago. Yet she had not stated this on her application. Regarding payment of the death benefit, which of the following is correct? Based on a misrepresentation, the insurer will refuse to pay. B, the incontestability period had passed, so the death benefit will be paid. C, the onus is on the insurance to investigate the accuracy of the application, so the benefit will be paid. D, because the incontestability period had not passed, the benefit will not be paid.
So which
I
one
think
is it?
I think it's A. Based on a misrepresentation, the insurer will refuse to pay.
What is this?
You remember we discussed this. I asked this question, was it 2 days ago?
Yes. Okay. So we'll go with that then. Okay. Which of the following is a type of retirement plan investors may transfer their pension into if they leave a pension plan? Which of these is a retirement plan? Deferred profit sharing plan, life income fund, tax free savings account, pooled registered pension plan. Which of the following is a type of retirement plan investors may transfer their pension into if they leave a pension plan?
I think it's either D
B.
or B. B
B,
or
yes,
D.
B or D, that's true. I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Either B or D, yeah. Life income fund or full registered pension plan.
Let's just go for D, but it's one I don't know. I'm just saying just so we can move on.
Pool registered pension plan. You see, pool registered pension plan is for individuals that are no member of a group plan. Okay.
So
So me, I'll lead towards life income
fund,
fund.
yes.
Okay.
That's the one I'll lead towards. But again, we are split half and half. So we need to
No,
do
pick B, pick B. I think I'm also leaning.
okay.
Yeah.
Tara
No,
is worried about her adult daughter, Liz, who relies on Tara to help pay her ongoing expenses and has proven to be irresponsible with money. Tara wants to make sure that Liz is taken care of in the event of her death. Therefore, Tara takes the advice of her advisor to set up an annuity. What is the primary objective that Tara achieved by establishing the annuity for Liz? Estate planning, creditor protection, financial security, tax planning.
financial
Okay.
security.
Thank you,
Financial,
JJ.
I'll
Financial
go
Yeah,
with,
security.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, financial security. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Question number 6. Abbas, a policyholder of an accident insurance, failed to pay the premium as per the contract. As a result, the insurer mails a written notice of termination to Abbas. In this case, when will Abbas insurance coverage end? As soon as Abbas acknowledged the receipt of the notice of termination, after 10 days, written notice measured from the day after it is mailed. The same week during which Abbas was notified of cessation. The coverage ends immediately if the in the case of accident insurance.
think it's after 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
How do you arrive at 10 days?
So after 10 days, he would have received the letter, right? You
Mm-hmm.
have to give him time, yeah.
But what if he didn't receive the letter in 10 days?
But then he would have had that in the contract. He would have known. He should know.
I will go with as soon as Abbas acknowledges the receipt of
Yes,
the
it's
notice
A.
of
I think
termination,
it's
because
A.
many a times those notices were signature required notices. And the reason
Exactly.
why insurance company does that is because they want to track when you receive it based on that signature, right? All right, guys. Are
Yeah.
we are we cool with that?
Yes.
Okay, move on to question number 7. Paula, a policyholder of a life annuity policy, designates her daughter Cheryl as the annuitant grantee. Okay, Paula's husband George is measuring life based on which the duration of the annuity is based. Okay, all right, I get it now. So in this case, who amongst the following is most likely to receive the actual annuity payment?
Mm.
Paula, Cheryl, George, the annuitant. Paula and
Paula's daughter.
designate her daughter Cheryl as the annuitant grantee. Paula's husband George is the measuring life based on the duration of the annuity is based. So amongst the following, it's most likely to receive the actual annuity payment. Who is to receive the actual?
What do they
The,
mean by the enduring life, Sister Joy, first of all?
okay, so perhaps the measuring life is that they are using them, what's his name, George, the life of George as a yardstick to determine how long this annuity will pay or whatever.
Okay. The answer is still B, Sherry.
It should be
Because
B,
that's
Sherry.
yeah.
Yeah, she should be the one to benefit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, question number 8. Which advantage do group insurance plan members have over individual policyholder? Come on, guys. You guys need to know this one. A, they need not qualify for coverage unlike individual policyholder. B, they have contractual guarantees that are not available with individual policies. C, they have access to portability benefit that is absent in individual policies. D, they tend to pay less than individual policyholder for similar protection.
D.
D,
D.
they pay less.
D.
The money is pulled together.
Okay. So number 9, Cam is the sole beneficiary of his mother's life insurance policy. Cam's mother dies of an overdose a few months later, and it was determined by the court that the overdose was intentionally caused by Cam. Which clause in the insurance policy would deny Cam claim of his mother's death benefit? Hey, Gagbam. Termination, exclusion, reduction, rescission.
Terms. Oh,
Hmm?
these are terms. So
Oh, which one? We know he's not going to get it, but with which one we don't.
There you go. You guys tell
we
me.
have to know the terms of all these. No.
I know he's not getting anything. He killed his mother. So which one now?
I think it's
What is
termination.
termination?
It sounds
What
like
is
termination.
exclusion? What is reduction and what is rescission? We need to know all of these terms.
Does
Can,
anybody know what
can
those
it be
terms mean?
termination? You can't say it's termination. It should be exclusion.
Exclusion.
Exclusion. You see, what
Okay.
when somebody commits suicide, it's an exclusion this thing too. Now, when you commit suicide within the first 2 years of, you understand? You see, there is
Yeah.
incontestability period and there's also exclusion, whatever, right?
Okay.
That doesn't mean I'm correct. So,
Recitation too.
see,
Joy,
eh?
what is over recitation? The
Okay,
ones
so don't worry. When we see the answer, they will explain all these terminologies for us. Question number 10. XYZ Incorporation has a group insurance plan for its employees with life company. When setting up the plan, XYZ Incorporation determined that an administrative service only plan was the best solution for its group insurance plan. Which statement best describes an administrative service only plan? You know, I explained this in detail yesterday. Again, I understand you guys have not watched that video from yesterday, but I used, when I was working with GE as an example, the fact that GE is a multinational company and all those yada, yada, yada. But what administrative service only stands for, I want to explain it to you guys so that you have an understanding of this. 1 second, please. Hey, boys, Jewel, can you come help me take the boys, go to the living room, please. Kendrick, to the living room, please. Thank you. Thank you for listening. So administrative service only is when a big company, XYZ, let's say use GE now. GE is big, they are huge, right? They say, hey, they come to an insurance company and say, look, we are big. We can take care of, our own risk, but we don't have in-house expertise to, take care of the admin related things as a little. So you just, come in, just do the admin part of it. But when there are risks or when there are settlements and claims, we will be taking care of all those claims and everything. But your own is just to do the admin work. Does that make sense? Hey guys, so that is what admin service only stands for. So now they are asking us that what is the best solution for its group insurance plan? Which statement best describe admin service only? You understand? You see, take for example now, which business will I use to describe this? Okay, so let's say in daycare business now, you see, I'm a guru in that area. You understand? I know daycare inside and out. Okay. And then let's say Sister Kenny open a big daycare. You understand? You say, I have money, I can take care of anything, but Joy, just come. I'll just pay for your admin fee just to help me take care of admin related stuff. Do you guys understand that, right? So they are now asking now which statement best describe admin service only. You understand? So there's no claim and any, just admin. Say a life company funds benefit payments. XYZ Incorporation's plan is covered by provincial insurance status. A life company assumes the risk. Life company is the conduit for fund provided by XYZ Incorporations. So life company is the insurance company. Life company is the one that is providing only admin. So do you think life company assuming any risk in this instance? No.
No, they
Right?
won't.
So life company funds benefits payment. Would they now become Catholic than Pope? Waiting be their own and benefit payment. Why would they fund benefit payment? Do you guys understand? XYZ Incorporation's plan is covered by provincial insurance status. Which one be provincial again? Life company assume the risk. Life company is the conduit for the funds provided by XYZ Corporations. That seems more like it, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys understand? But I'm not saying D is correct, but that's the one I'm leaning towards.
No, I think I agree with you on that.
But the explanation, does it explain to you so that tomorrow if you see admin service only, at least you have a background understanding of what it's all about, right? So we're going to go with D and let's submit and see where we are. Let's
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
sweet.
good. Which one was that?
that's
Number 6.
ah,
Which
oh
one was
man,
number
we're
6?
getting better in this, hey? As soon as
Mhm.
Abbas acknowledged, oh, I thought
Ah, it's the 10 days now. I think that was correct. Though. We could have had 100%. I was right on that one. It was 10 days.
oh my god.
What's the question again?
Oh my God. Anyways, so just take a quick one, a quick drive through. The best friend is not a preferred beneficiary. Don't let them confuse you when you see revocable. Again, one thing I noticed coming out when we were discussing this particular question is the fact that we were paying so much attention to the noise around the question.
Mhm.
Okay, preferred beneficiary. See, look at it. They say the designation of an irrevocable beneficiary does not make it a preferred beneficiary class. The fact that a child is estranged or a spouse is a common law partner has no bearing on withdrawing their status as a preferred beneficiary class.
Okay.
Okay, so this other estranged wife, estranged this, and naming the friend irrevocable, those are just noise. Okay, a preferred class is a preferred class. Okay, guys. Okay, just wanted to point that out there. Yes, this one is a successor Kinikon based on misrepresentation. Of course, the insurer will not pay. You see, there's a contestability period and it's 2 years. But if this one, she did intentionally conceal vital information. Do you understand? So even
Yeah.
though it's been 5 years and it's after the contestability period, excuse me, is based on misrepresentation and as such. And that's why some people say, oh, insurance company. No, people too should learn to do the right thing. Why would you think they will not know? They will know now. You understand?
Mhm.
And then question number 4, life income fund. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
guys remember this one? Life
Yes.
income fund is a type of retirement plan investor may transfer their pension into if they leave a pension plan. Okay, minimum and maximum income amount each year is in retirements are subject to the pension law of the province that they reside. Okay, question
That's
number 5.
cool.
Eh?
The, that pool, I as the way the word pool alone just make us that's not the answer. Because
Yeah,
anything pool is like group of people put
exactly,
money together.
Mhm.
exactly.
So that's a good way of looking at it for that
Yeah,
one.
a very good way. So you see, this one is financial security for that annuity. Of course, we've done number 6, number 7. Let's see. Yeah, Cheryl. I want us to read this one because this one have a lot of confusing elements in that question, right? So
Mhm.
it said the policy holder is the individual that contracts with the annuity provider. The annuitant is the measuring life on which the duration of the life annuity is based. The policy holder may designate a named recipient called the annuitant grantee. So the annuitant grantee is more like beneficiary, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Receive the actual annuity payment. So anytime you see annuitant grantee, just look at it like beneficiary, the one that is receiving the annuity payment. Okay. So in the case of the above scenario, Cheryl being the annuitant grantee will receive the actual annuity payment. So all these ones, they are giving us story about who is used as a measuring life or whatever. That's just to sway us. You understand, guys?
Mhm.
Mm.
That's just to sway us. When you see annuitant grantee, just know that another one is that person that is collecting the money. Okay, we got number 8. They tend to pay less. Yes. okay, than the individual policy holder in similar protection. And number 9, exclusion. Guys, remember I said this one, right?
Yes,
Okay.
suicides.
Yes. So let's read this. Contractual exclusions are specified in the policy. Exclusion imposed by law are established by the decision made by the court. They may relate to actions that are deemed a violation of public order, or because the beneficiary or insured cause or ran the very risk insured against. So, which constitute grounds for denying entitlement. Proceed. Another way you can see exclusion also is that I talked about it, was it yesterday or day before yesterday in the video, that let's say somebody that is a skydiving, right? You don't love to go skydiving. So if such a person wants to get a life insurance, the insurance company may rate that person as a high risk, and that person premium may be high. However, they can rate that person standard like normal people like you and I, but put an exclusion there that, look, we will give you regular standard premium. However, if anything happened to you as a result of your skydiving, it will be excluded. In other words, if the person go and die because he went to skydive, the policy will not pay. Does Is that clear? So that's another way you can see exclusion. Or somebody that is known to have sickness, like that lady now that knows she had sickness and she concealed it, right? Perhaps if she had indicated that, okay, she had this cancer or amen, right? So that particular sickness can be excluded as cause of death. So anything, if she died as a result of other thing, the policy will pay. But if somebody is excluded from a particular sickness and the person's death is caused by that sickness, then that sickness that the person is excluded from will not pay. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense. Thank you.
Mhm. So in case you see this in a different way like that, just know, okay. Question number 10. Life company is a conduit. Yes, I explained this one to you guys, right?
Please, can you explain this one again? Sorry.
Okay, let me read what they say here, okay. Um, Linda, can you help me read, please? My throat is a little bit dry.
Okay, I will read. Uh,
Thank you.
the the plan sponsor XYZ incorporation may choose to hire an insurer to process, adjudicate, and administer claims and payment on its behalf. In that case, the insurer, life company, does not fund benefit payments. It is merely the conduit for funds provided by the employer. These plans are known as administrative services only, ASO in bracket plans. Some large employers prefer to fund the benefit for their employees themselves rather than paying premiums to an insurer to transfer the risk and costs, in bracket self-insurance. Employers with ASO plans are self-insurers. Therefore, ASO plans are not insurance plans and they are not covered by provincial or territorial insurance statuses.
Gotcha. So is
Mm.
that clear, Sister Kenny? Okay, so let's move on to chapter 3 question. Next question. Chapter by chapter quizzes. Chapter by chapter quizzes. Okay, the third one now. I love our performance in this one. It makes me happy. Ah, do, do. I'm looking to see if I can increase. I don't know why I'm not able to see where to increase the size. I actually pay for this training so that I can have access to these materials to bring for you guys. that's how much I want you guys to succeed, guys.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, I paid to have access to these resources because I feel having these dynamics is going to balance our knowledge a lot. That way you are more equipped, to, this whole thing is about understanding the question and understanding the principles, right? Okay, Linda, can you go for us, please? Question one.
Okay. A few days after Giovanni died, the life insurance company where he held his life insurance policy received claims from two different people. One,
Wow.
everyone is coming up.
Yes, everyone is
Yolanda,
national.
yeah. Yolanda, his ex-wife, who is named as beneficiary on the policy. She has a 14-year-old son from her marriage with Giovanni. Victoria, his current wife, who is named as sole beneficiary in Giovanni's will, which was completed more recently than the beneficiary designation on the life insurance policy. Giovanni was the father of Victoria's 4-year-old daughter. Both claimants are represented by lawyers, and the issue of who is the rightful beneficiary, especially given their financial dependency on Giovanni and the children involved, is escalating quickly. If the insurer wants to avoid any liability in this disputed claim, what course of action should be taken? Pay the benefit to Victoria, B, pay the benefit to court, C, split the benefit equally between Yolanda and Victoria, and D, pay the benefit to Yolanda.
This is a very tricky one because nobody here is irrevocable beneficiary. But the only thing I see here is that Victoria is the most recently named beneficiary. Okay. She has 14 years old son from the marriage with Giovanni. So again, that gives her rights, you understand, because they depend on Giovanni, right? So I'm leaning towards and when there are so many interests like this and everybody seems to have valid interest, insurance company, they cannot come and die or drink Panadol for your own headache, if you know what I mean. They'll cuckoo give the money to the court, wash their hands and say, oh yeah, court, handle them. We know if we do this.
Deal with it, run away.
Exactly. So I'm going to lean towards B, except if you guys think otherwise.
I think I agree with you on that one. I think if I was in that situation, I would do the same.
Yeah, because everybody have valid reason and nobody is irrevocable beneficiary. So you understand? Okay, so question number 2. Xavier had a critical illness insurance coverage of 50,000. Okay, this one is calculation. Let me write it down. Okay, that covered the following illnesses: cancer, heart attack, stroke, and major organs transplant. There was a refund of premium upon death rider on the policy last week. Xavier died in a car accident. Okay. How much would the named beneficiary of Xavier receive from the insured? Egbe, I like this one. Oh yeah, guys, shoot. Tell me. I like this one.
My first thought is there's no accident covered in there. It's heart attack, stroke, major organ. I'm not seeing. But he died of an accident, right? So that is it covered?
You tell me. You tell me.
I kind of feel like, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I don't think they'll get anything.
There's no sentiment in this thing. Is either is or no. It's no middle ground, right? You either you're covered or you're not.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, Sister Kenny, Sister Mabel, come on, talk to us. What do you guys think? Going. Oh, are you guys sleeping? Are they sleeping on us?
No, I'm not sleeping. I'm right here.
No, I'm
So,
not. I'm not sleeping. So
so let your voice be heard. What's your vote?
Yeah, add critical illness insurance alone for 50,000, and he died of accident.
So how much would the beneficiary receive?
Nothing.
Okay. I think I'm more than 100% certain that this is correct. Okay. They are not going to get anything. Okay. Accident, the coverage that she will have, that they'll get something, is accidental death and dismemberment.
Yeah.
And if you have accidental death and dismemberment and you come and die from illness, you will still not get something. Can you imagine?
I know it's
You see why? You know, when we are talking to people, that's why me, when I'm tackling people, I will add critical illness for them, because statistics shows is that out of how many people, that critical illness, it can come very, very handy. You understand? Not often people die from accidents. So, anyways, question number 3: why is an insured person's proof of age critical in the case of a term coverage? A, because the premium cannot be adjusted to correct the amount of the true age. B, because the premiums are based on the insured assumed age. D, because the policy states the age at which the coverage expires.
Hmm.
D, because the policy cannot be terminated due to age discrepancy. Hey, so this one, even me, to be honest with you guys, I don't know the answer. But one thing I
I
do
will
know
choose
is
to
that
be or C
I
though.
can start with elimination. You see, when you see question like this,
Hmm.
calm down, start by eliminating, right?
Yeah.
I know that this is very, very wrong, because the
No.
policy cannot be terminated due to age discrepancy. Is not correct. Policy can be terminated anytime, right?
Yeah.
So which next one is wrong? Because the policy
A.
states the age at which the coverage expires. That kind of
It's
sounds
right.
right.
Kind of
that
right.
kind of sounds right. Yes, yes.
Yes,
I think A is wrong. Let's check
because the
it.
premium cannot be adjusted to correct the amount for the true age.
I think it's wrong.
And
That's
what?
that one
I will
too.
eliminate that one too, though.
Because the premiums are based on the insured as
Assume age. That one looks like true.
why would his age be assumed though?
Like someone like me now, my Canadian age and my real age is not the same thing. So that you have
No,
to
I
base on my assumption.
we did not hear that one. Please kick on that conversation out of this. You know.
Well, maybe there was war or something, and the birth certificate got lost, so you don't really know. You assume your age.
Okay, assume
Exactly.
age. Okay, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, something like that. Okay. So we eliminate A. Sorry, we eliminate A and D, right?
Yes.
So we are left with B and C. So we'll read
Mhm.
B again: because the premiums are based on the insured assumed age. C, because the policy states the age at which the coverage will expire. I think I'll go with C.
I think
Because if you take a term 10, for
Term
instance,
insurance.
so it will state when that insurance is going to
We
expire,
expired.
so. They need
right?
your age, right? They need your age. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Anyways, nothing is cast on stone, but we agree we'll go with C, right?
Yes.
Unanimously, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
what I
We are.
want us to take from this process is our journey to arrive at C. So when you are in the hall, you know, when you read the question, as you are reading the questions, even right off the back, the wrong answer is standing out right to you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, question number 4. Mr. Kenny, can you read this one, please? Mr. Kenny. Okay, Linda, are you there for us? Can you go?
Yes, sure, I can read it. Yeah. So Barbara has been dealing with anxiety and depression, which have been getting more severe and are interfering with her ability to go to work. She has group benefits, which include long-term disability coverage. Which of the following is correct for Barbara's situation? The insurer will complete an attending physician's statement to assess Barbara's claim. Group disability policies only offer coverage for physical injuries or illness, so Barbara would not be eligible for a benefit. Her group policy will pay a lump sum benefit to assist with living expenses while Barbara is away from work. And her insurance may pay for therapy to assist in dealing with her condition.
Okay, let's get the 2 wrong answers out, because I don't know which one is the correct answers here. Does anybody know?
No.
Oh,
Okay, so which one is our eliminating the first 2 wrong ones? The insurer will complete an attending physician statement to assess Barbara's claim. Attending physician statement is reference when somebody died.
Exactly. I want to say it. I wanted to say it.
You understand? Attending physician
Yes.
is reference when somebody died. So I'm leaning towards eliminating A. Then when I look at B, group disability policies only offer coverage for physical injuries or illness. So Barbara will not be, this is wrong.
it's wrong.
Disability is not limited to physical whatever. You understand me?
No, it's true. It could be mental too.
Yeah.
So A and B. Now let's focus on C and D now. Her group policy will pay. Now, when you eliminated 2 like this, now the remaining 2, you read them slowly. Okay? Her group policy will pay a lump sum benefit to assist with living expenses while Barbara is away from work. Barbara is dealing with anxiety and interfering with work. She has a group benefit, which include long-term disability coverage. Which of the following about her group will pay a lump sum
I think C is correct. So
pay for therapy to assist. I think it's CO
C is
because
correct.
because uh,
But
because
Mhm.
remember, disability, you say, that's one thing I want to point out for you guys. Blah, blah, blah. And she has a good benefit, the long-term coverage. Living will pay a lump sum benefit to assist in living expenses. So
they
I'm
can
going to
also,
lean towards, eh?
my question is, but the insurance can also pay for, like, let me just say, for example, you have an insurance and you have an accident or something. Or it's not, sorry, not an accident, you have something goes wrong. They can pay for therapy, right? Just to get you back
Yes.
to work. Because they'll
Her
do everything to
insurance
get
may
you back
pay
to work.
for therapy to assist dealing with her condition. But
Because
look
I've
at
seen
But
cases
now
where
she's away from. She's out
but
of.
now
She's
she's
out of
away
job.
from work.
ability to go to work. So
She
because
has
she's
a
Not
group
unable to
benefit,
work.
which includes long-term disability coverage.
Disability
Remember
coverage.
long-term
oh, it's
disability
long term.
coverage from
Okay.
work. Remember, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So she can never go
Now,
back to work.
She
let
for
me
that
let
for
me
that
let, let,
period.
let, let me let me tell you guys something. Anytime you see disability, remember it's about income replacement.
Okay.
Disability coverage is income replacement.
Replacement.
Critical illness is about illness, sickness, or
It's about
whatever.
yeah.
Okay? I explained this. I need you guys to watch that video of the textbook I did because I summarized the textbook, the entire ethics textbook. I explained it in 2 days. So I recommend you guys watch that video of day before yesterday and yesterday. Okay. I break this down in details in that video. All right, so let's move on. Peter recently passed away, and his agent has submitted a claim for his whole life policy, which has been in force for 15 years. His agent submitted a proof of death, but the insurer has requested more information with regards to the cause of death. This is due to which of the following reasons? Excuse me. A, the insurer needs to determine the amount of the claim. Which amount of the claim at the time? The policy contains a suicide clause. Oh. The policy contains specific exclusion for certain events. The insurer needs to determine Peter's age at death. Peter recently passed away, and his agent has submitted a claim for his whole life policy, which has been in force for 15 years. His agent submitted a proof of death, but the insurer has requested more information with regards to the cause of death. This is due to the following reason. The policy contains specific exclusion for certain events. The policy contains a suicide clause. The insurer needs to determine the amount of the claim. This is wrong right off the back because the amount of the claim is typically the face amount, right? The insurer needs to determine Peter's age at death. That's not this thing, right? So the answer is in between. The policy contains suicide clause because they are looking for cause of death. The policy contains specific exclusions for certain events. I'm leaning towards C though.
Me
Yeah,
too.
me
Me
too. I
too.
agree with you. I think it's
We see.
yep, yeah.
Leaning towards C. Okay. Linda, can you take 6, please?
Okay, I'll read 6. Lenny is the beneficiary of his late uncle's life insurance policy. The insurance agent has called Lenny to discuss payment of the benefit. What are Lenny's options to receive the payment benefit? The estate trustee would receive the benefit and make payment to Lenny when the estate settles. The funds can be deposited only with a limited number of financial institutions. C, Lenny can choose any of his policy settlement options. And D, Lenny needs to receive a lump sum benefit.
Okay. Which two are wrong?
Why is it? I think I don't know why I kind of feel that B is wrong because why limited financial institution?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so B is wrong. Which other one is wrong again? So if a beneficiary is named, so why the estate?
Okay. Yeah. Right. That's
Right? Why would any money be paid to an estate where there is a named beneficiary? You know what I mean? So that leave us with C and D. Lenny can choose any of his policy settlement options, or Lenny needs to receive a lump sum benefit.
I think I'll go with C. Then he can choose any of his policy settlement options.
Lenny needs to receive a lump sum benefit. Why do you think that will not be right?
that could be also an option, right? So that C just gives more options. I don't know.
Because
What?
what is C? C is saying that Lenny can choose any of his policy settlement options. So are there options of death benefit?
From
You
the
know,
question,
yeah.
say what are Lenny's options to receive the payment benefits?
You get it lump sum. That's the one for me, but I can choose your C for you, okay?
So death benefit is a lump sum payment, full stop.
Is a lump sum tax-free payment.
Okay.
Okay, so
Then,
we
then
go
we
with
should
D
go with
now.
that. Yeah, we'll go with
No,
We go with D.
it's paid lump sum, right?
let's go with the
We'll go with D. Okay, but I may
Mm.
be wrong. Go, don't crucify me
No,
if
I did, you know, on second thoughts, when you're receiving, what options do you have? Your name is just there to receive. So you
Exactly.
Exactly.
yeah.
Mm.
All right. Fiona is reviewing her life insurance application with her agent. Since her estate plan is quite complex with many beneficiaries. Oh my goodness. Some with special needs. She has taken her agent's advice to name her estate as the beneficiary. Therefore, the death benefit to be distributed according to her wishes as recorded in her will.
Mm.
Leonia hears that there are different ways the death benefit can be paid out. Maybe we'll go back to C up here. You see that?
That's estate now. That's estate. So, but this one is not. So maybe we're still correct.
Okay, if you say so. Okay, her agent recommends the most common settlement option. What settlement option does her agent recommend? Lump sum payment, life annuity, fixed 20-year term annuity, and fixed 10-year term annuity.
Mm.
That's difficult. But the annuity is for who? For her? Because she has so many beneficiaries. So will she take an annuity for herself or what? So when you're taking an annuity, you're using the money, right? Because it's paid income. So yeah.
I'm still leaning towards lump sum though.
I think so too. I am kind of wanting to think that annuity
Doesn't make sense.
no, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, question 8. Linda, can you go for this, please?
Yes, sure. Gauri receives pension from a plan under which her husband Ganesh is also eligible. Their son Rajiv is the designated beneficiary. In this case, what happens if Gauri dies before retirement? The pension will be divided and paid equally to Ganesh and Rajiv. Rajiv, being the named beneficiary, will receive the benefits. The pension amount will be paid to Gauri's estate in cash. That's when Ganesh can roll the benefit into his own locked plan.
Sorry, go ahead.
So he receives pension from a plan under which her husband Ganesh is also eligible.
Husband is eligible. Is it part of the beneficiaries?
No, both of them have they're both eligible. Maybe they work in the same company or
But it's not beneficiary.
no, they say the son Rajiv is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Rajiv
think B
being
is
the
the
name
answer. I'll go
beneficiary
with
will
B.
receive. The pension amount will be paid to Gary's estate. Ganesh can roll the benefit into his own locked-in plan.
I think because we pension the other partner first before beneficiary, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So maybe Ganesh can take the money first before.
Okay.
He's eligible, yeah.
Yeah, Ganesh is a surviving spouse, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The husband, yeah.
So it's D for now, right? Okay. Karim is a participant participating member in his employer's pension plan. He was planning on retiring in 5 years. Unfortunately, Karim died from a sudden heart attack last week, leaving behind his wife Dina and two adult children. He did not have a designated beneficiary on his pension plan. What would be the outcome of Karim's pension plan asset? Since there was no designated beneficiary, Karim's pension plan asset will remain in the pension plan for the benefit of other plan members. Since there was no designated beneficiary, the pension plan asset will be distributed to Karim's estate. Dina will be eligible to receive the pension plan assets with the option to roll them over into her own locked-in plan. Dina will be eligible to receive survivor's death benefit, a reduced amount of Karen's pension. So which one is it? Hmm? Hey guys, talk to me. Hey, talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. Anyways, I'll be leading towards the estate, right? When somebody die intestate, right? So the whatever the person have is paid to the estate, right?
Okay.
Nobody's talking. Anyways, we'll find out in a moment. Let's do question number 10. Pamela is the policy holder and insured on the whole life policy for which her sister Georgia is named as the beneficiary. Pamela recently passed away. Which of the following with regards to the claim process is correct? Pamela Estate will fill out the claim form. No. The agent will help locate Georgia and fill out the claim form. The insurer will contact the beneficiary with a notice of claim. Georgia will have been made aware of the insurance company when she was named beneficiary. I think it's B, right? What do you guys think?
Yeah, the agent can help. Yeah.
All right, let's submit and see. Oh,
Oh,
oh
oh,
no!
60% again. Oh my God,
Jeez.
why?
Oh, this is
This was a difficult one. It was tricky. Oh.
very tricky. So let's
Very,
see
very.
the first one we got it. Pay the benefits to court. Okay, you guys remember this one, right? So many.
Yes, so many wives. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. So that one was good. Oh my goodness. Ah, what?
That's a shock.
What?
Even if the insured dies for a reason not covered by the critical illness policy.
Oh, he has return of premium.
Oh.
He has return of premium.
The premium paid. Okay, refund.
Okay, since there was a refund of premium rider. Oh.
Wait, did I say? Oh yeah, that rider.
Oh yeah, there's rider. Ah, I think we were so excited we didn't even consider. Oh my God.
Yes, yeah, that's the trick that we can.
You see, yeah, we see this is good thing for us to know, right?
Yeah,
Because you see something like this, you get excited
Like,
and you think, okay, this is the answer. So please, let's read the entire question.
it's true. It's true.
Yeah. Oh gosh, they got us.
What's the right answer now?
The right answer is that see, the right answer is B, that 50,000, because there is a return of premium rider.
Oh.
He has a rider. It said in the question. We just did not.
Within. Okay, so because the policy estate, the age of which the coverage expire, because the policy states the age. Okay, yeah. So this one we got it right.
We got that one. Yeah.
Hey, question 4. Wow, her group policy will pay a lump sum benefit to assist with.
So what's the answer for that one?
What is it?
That's
Typically, both group and individual disability policy covers disability because caused by physical illness and accidents, as well as mental and psychological condition. Barbara will have to visit her doctor or another medical specialist to have the APS, that is attending physician statement,
Really?
completed to verify her claim. Hey, Egbe. So the
Really?
correct answer is A.
huh?
Attending physician statement. I thought
Oh.
it's upon death.
Yeah, so what's the one upon that then? What is that statement?
Oh my God. Attending physician is also upon death. Oh
Yeah.
my God. To
Hmm.
complete the claim. These claimants are required to reasonably assist in their rehabilitation. So there may be opportunity to see additional specialists. So it may be possible for Barbara to see a therapist at the expense of the insurer to help with the situation. So disability policies pays a periodic income replacement for the time the insured is disabled. So possibly for a maximum time period. So not a lump sum.
So it's
Yeah, the long song too. I was kind of having my thoughts about that, but
oh, okay. So which one is the right one now here?
That
Is
is
it
a good question because they talk
yeah,
about
because they're
attending
talking as
physician
physician, they talk
at
about
the same
therapy,
time. Yeah, they talk about therapy. So which one
therapy,
is it?
correct, yeah. And then they talk about the APS too. So it's that one is very confusing. And
And
they
at the
don't give
same
you the
time, they
right
say lump sum is not a good choice. So what is it?
it can be therapy. Oh, it cannot be therapy because disability have to do with income replacement.
so they have to
If
give her
she's
some
going for therapy, what about the income to since she's not going to work
Yeah, so
to
but
help her
why are
for
they
that
saying the attending physicians?
time frame?
so
I
what is
don't know.
the physician is statement is not going to give her any money still, it doesn't say, or to verify her claim.
To verify her claim.
Maybe that's correct then. So they need
Mm,
another proof. Yeah.
yes. Okay. This is for 5. At least we clear. The policy
Yeah.
contains specific exclusion for certain events. We got this one.
Yeah.
Remember this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Uh,
Oh my God.
what?
Oh boy. Life
What's the answer?
guarantee policies generally provide several options for the payments of the death benefit. These are referred to as policy settlement options. Life insurance
Okay.
policy generally have multiple settlement options from which the beneficiary can choose. Payment in lump sum is the most common of the options. Lenny is the beneficiary and benefit will be paid to him based on the settlement option. Why they don't tell us the settlement options now?
So it's options then.
Mm,
That's new. That's really something new to learn.
wow. This is a good eye opener, right, guys?
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
6 and then where's question 7? 7 we got that one. Lump sum payment. Let's see if they will talk about the lump sum here, okay? The
Mm-hmm.
most common settlement option is for insurer to issue lump sum check to the named beneficiary or to the estate executor, so who may deposit the fund with whichever financial institutions of their choice. Okay. So, and when the estate is the beneficiary, it is often the better choice to have the death benefit paid as lump sum. Still talking about lump sum, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mhm. Annuities are typically selected. Oh, there's settlement like in form of annuity too, as an option when beneficiary is an individual and for specific reason. So the insured
Oh.
feels it is more prudent. Okay. So when somebody is naming maybe I think we saw if you have a child that is reckless with their finances, right?
Yeah.
And you feel that taking the death benefit lump sum, let's say 500,000, they'll blow it in 1 week and they have the rest of their life to struggle and suffer. So you can specify that, okay, you don't want this money paid to them in lump sum there. You want it to be like a payout annuities that will be given
Amazing.
continuous payout every
Payment.
month, right?
Mm-hmm.
That kind of makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
We got it. Okay, Janish can roll the benefit into his own locked in. Okay, yeah. That kind of makes sense. Since there was no designated beneficiary, the pension plan assets will be distributed to Karen.
Ah.
Uh-uh. Hey, this is surprising, guys. Uh-uh. Even if Karen did not name a designated beneficiary on his pension plan, his spouse, Dina, is eligible to receive.
Oh,
Oh,
pension, not insurance. We're thinking
oh, oh
life
my,
insurance payment is pension. Yes, it's true.
oh my God. You see, this is a good exercise, guys, because sometimes you think you know something and then they get you, right? The agent will help locate Georgia and fill out this thing. Okay. So this is 11 o'clock. Do we have energy? Maybe another 20-25 minutes. Let's finish the remaining 10 questions, or we call it a night here.
Let's just try and finish it. I don't know about others.
We should just finish it. I agree.
Right? And I think this is a good exercise too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Let me pull that up. I'm going to X out of this one.
Baby.
Oops.
Okay, the very last quiz.
Very tricky.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
It's
Yes.
blurring though.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's nothing I can do about this expand stuff.
Is it?
All right.
Oh.
Can somebody read, please?
Close. Daddy, close.
Okay, I can read.
Okay.
Jack, Jacqueline, an 87-year-old resident of Newfoundland, has been the policy owner of a participating whole life contract, ensuring her life for many decades. She does not need the coverage anymore, but could use some money to help supplement her retirement. She asks her life insurance advisor, Beverly, to help her sell the contract. Beverly asks an investment firm if they would be interested in buying Jacqueline's contract. What prohibited practice is Jacqueline's insurance advisor in danger of violating?
Mm-hmm. We treated this yesterday. This one was in the video yesterday. So it's
Reselling.
trafficking. No, it's trafficking. She's trafficking and it's prohibited.
Okay.
If yesterday's class, because that was the concluding part two that we did yesterday. So I would recommend, you see, I put a lot of effort to do all these summaries. Now that we've treated these questions, you guys see the way it is now, right? So we need to put small efforts here and there. Watch those videos, those part one and part two videos, and also the part one and part two bootcamp that I emailed to you guys, and then you'll be good to go. If you have not booked, Linda, I think we should, after, by tomorrow, you and I will sit down, we'll book your ethics exam, okay?
Yes, we should. Thank you.
Yeah. So Yannick is a licensed insurance agent who has access to some uh, proprietary insurance products that are currently the most competitive products in the marketplace. Several individuals in his regions have reached out to him to purchase the product. Yannick is so busy that he finds himself telling prospective clients that he will only take them on if they start buying two products instead of one. What is this prohibited type of selling? What is the prohibited type of selling referred to as shunning, double down selling, twisting, and tight selling? You guys should know this one now.
I think it's shunning.
Eh?
This shunning,
No, it's not shunning.
this twisting.
It's tight selling. He's trying to sell two products, tight selling, tying two products to make the sale in one. That is, I believe. Twisting is when you are taking the coverage from another company to your own company. It's called twisting.
Oh,
I did like this
oh,
yesterday to remind you, right?
yeah. What about shunning? What's shunning again?
I can't remember shunning again, but
I think
let's.
it's when you get them to buy a product over another for the same company.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's accurate. Okay, question
Okay.
number 3. The mandates and mission of the Office of the Privacy Commission of Canada is to administer enforcement of the Federal Personal Information Protection and Electronic Documents Act, to facilitate and promote an efficient and effective insurance regulatory service in Canada to serve the public's interest. The mission of Office of the Privacy Commission of Canada: to ensure life insurance agents comply with Canada Proceeds of Crime and Terrorist Financial Act, to provide clients with assistance of their of their inquiries pertaining to Canadian life and health insurance products. You see, what is standing out to me right here is this.
It's A.
Okay. Why do you think it's A?
Because it has to do with personal information. It says Privacy Commission of Canada.
Anybody has anything else to say? Okay, so we'll go with, I'm leaning towards A myself too, right?
Yeah.
And the reason I'm reading A is Pepida. Okay, and here we are talking about privacy and all that. You guys remember, right?
Yeah.
Sadi has recently completed the proficiency requirements and will be applying to become a registered life insurance agent. As an agent, she understands that she must comply with the rules and principles. Which of the following is a rule imposed upon agent? Agent shall make Agent shall not make false or misleading statements. Agent must be of good character and reputation. Agent shall not engage in business that will jeopardize the integrity. Agent must carry on business in good faith. So which one is a rule?
I think it's B.
Agent must be of good character and reputation. Shall not make false.
Which of the following is a rule imposed upon an agent?
This one, all of them are like good things, but it's like what to do.
Yeah.
Yes, but because there is a rule, and then oh, there's a way they categorize them. Okay, because I know that this acting in good faith and all these other ones, they are no rules. They are something more like best practices or something like that, right?
Okay.
Yes, they are. You see, their rule is something that it is a rule, right? And when you break a rule, you are in danger of criminal or something violation of, you understand, that you
Yeah.
could penalize or something like that.
Now that you have said that,
That
I'm
it should be A then. The
what's
agent shall not make false or misleading statements.
I'm instead thinking C because of that jeopardy, integrity, jeopardize. Sorry, I don't know on business.
I think it's A. Since it's a rule, it should be an A.
I'm leaning towards A too, but we'll see, guys. Okay.
Okay.
Linda, can you please read this one? Number 5.
Okay. All right. During his most recent sales meeting, Lequan presents an illustration for his client Yan, who is also his brother. Yan is currently out of work, but does need the insurance coverage. Lequan tells his brother that he would pay the first year's insurance premium if Yan agrees to take the new contract immediately. Lequan explained that he's trying to qualify for a sales award. He would be reimbursed for the first year's premium from the commission, and it's important that he reaches his sales goal. What unethical sales practice is Lequan engaging in? Premium rebating, tight selling, incentive selling, churning.
So which one is it?
Premium rebating.
Okay. Any different answer?
What's incentive selling though? I don't know why I thought about that. No, that's not an incentive. Yeah, I think it's premium rebating.
Yeah, incentive selling is when if an agent, you are routing to make sales and you buying it. Incentive selling is more common in group insurance. When you are routing for a company to do business with you and you are busy buying gifts, you understand, or giving
Okay.
excuse me. Can somebody help read question 6, please?
Joan is a licensed insurance agent. It is very important to her that she complies with all the regulations of the insurance industry. Identify the activity that is regulated on both the federal and provincial levels. A, marketing of insurance products. B, regulating insurer. C, the financial soundness of insurance company. D, licensing of insurance agents.
Which of these?
Federal and provincial levels. Identify the regulate
Activity that is regulated.
marketing of A is provincial. Marketing of insurance products is provincial. That's A.
And D is provincial.
The answer is B, regulating insurance, right?
Yeah.
Regulating insurance, is it not done by both federal and provincial?
Probably. Yes.
Yeah.
The financial soundness of insurance companies. Which one?
That one too appears
Like
right.
federal.
D is definitely provincial because you're licensed by the province. So
Yeah.
so it's either B or
I think it's B. B is done by both federal and provincial. Yeah.
Okay, let's go with it. We'll find out.
So go with which one? B.
Yeah.
7. Stephanie approaches Jonathan, an insurance agent, to discuss about her plan on purchasing an insurance policy. Jonathan listened to Stephanie to understand her needs and gather actual information that might be useful in determining what best meets her needs. He then provides detailed information about the available policies and make recommendations. In this case, Jonathan is prioritizing his interests, ensuring product suitability, inducing Stephanie to insure, acting as a financial planner.
Let's go back to the question again. Let me see the question again. He then provide detailed information about the available policy and makes recommendation.
Mm.
In this case, Jonathan is. I think I will
I
go
think
with
I'll
ensuring
soon be done
product
with like 5 minutes.
suitability. B.
Which one? Okay, product
Ensuring product
suitability.
suitability.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's exact. It cannot be A for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll go with that then.
Mm.
Okay, question 8. Which of the following is a similarity between the Canadian Council of Insurance Regulators CCIR and the Canadian Insurance Service Regulatory Organization CISRO?
Hmm. We did
They
this yesterday.
exclusively work to protect the privacy rights of individuals. They are both not-for-profit organizations formed to protect clients of failing companies. No, this one is
No.
Azure.
Azuri.
Mhm. So the B is outrightly right.
Mm-hmm.
The both primary encourages the professionalism of life insurance agents. Both are interjurisdictional association of insurance regulators.
Hmm.
Meaning to us,
It's C or D.
mm,
That
The,
there
uh,
has regulators in both, so I don't know. Maybe they are regulators, but whether they are interjudiciary,
they're both interjurisdictional association of insurance regulators. So we go with D or what?
let's go with
the
D.
both encourage professional life insurance agent.
Okay, Jeannie is a life insurance agent in Saskatchewan. She has not completed the course to sell segregated funds. However, how does the Life Insurance Council of Saskatchewan identify the fact that Jeannie is not allowed to sell seg funds? An additional disclaimer will be included on the business card. A restriction will appear on her license. A restriction will be included by the agency. An additional disclaimer will be included in her sales material. Ginny is a life insurance agent in Saskatchewan. She has not completed her course to sell segregated funds. How does the Life Insurance Council of Saskatchewan identify? An additional disclaimer will be included on her business card. A restriction will appear on her license. A restriction will include by her agency. An additional disclaimer will be included in her sales material.
I think a
I think
restriction will be included by our
uh,
agency.
or not on her license because it's that's
I think it's C.
On her agency. So anybody that wants to deal with her, how would that give them awareness? I
mhm.
will lead towards D, which will be on her sales materials, right? That hey, this guy is not fully eligible to sell this product here.
Okay.
I may be
Yeah,
wrong though.
I thought license, but if you are
That's the
selling a
other.
product, people don't look at your license; they look at the sales material. So the what?
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why.
So yeah.
But again, we'll see just in a few minutes.
Mhm.
Which of the following is a national independent complaint resolution organization providing clients with assistance with their inquiries and complaints pertaining to Canadian life and health insurance products and services? The Office of the Privacy Commission, no. The Ombuds Service of Life, the Canadian Council of Life and Health Insurance Regulators, the Financial Transaction. I think it's C. Yeah, what do you guys think?
For complaints
Mm-hmm.
to the public, complaints to the public. Is it not the ombudsman?
There's the Ombudsman. Which of the following is a national independent complaint regulation organization providing clients with
Client assistant.
assistance of their inquiries and complaints pertaining to Canadian life and health insurance products and services?
I
Okay, so
think
it's the
it's the
oh,
ombudsman. Yeah, I
okay.
think
So that's what number is that?
the
B.
mm,
Okay. Hey, he's better.
So we
He's
got
better. Oh, you
Yes.
were right.
wow.
We did well, only two.
Oh my
Mm,
God.
That's a good way to end it though.
Oh
80%.
yeah, yeah,
I
that's a
know.
good one. So trafficking is correct. Tight selling is correct. To administer enforcement of the Federal Personal Information Protection Down is correct. Agents shall not make false. Okay, that one is a rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, premium rebating is correct. 6,
Correct.
regulating so which one is it?
Oh.
Oh my God.
All the question against them joins the licensed insurance agent. It's very important to her that she comply with all the regulations.
So the federal, provincial, and territorial government legislations and ENA regulations for insurance companies.
Okay.
However, federal supervision under the Insurance Companies Act and by Office of the Superintendent of the Federal OSF, okay, is
So what's the
primarily to
answer?
determine federal incorporated insurance company, while the provincial and territory is responsible for determining a life insurance company. But also the licensing insurance agents and regulating the licensing of insurance operating within their jurisdiction as well. Ah, I tell you, I'm reading this thing, but I'm not processing it. Ensuring product suitability, the guy was right.
So number 6, what's the right answer?
I don't know, it's all
Well,
over the place, my dear. They are both interchangeable. Okay, this was
Mhm.
correct. What did we miss? An additional disclaimer will be Jenny will have a restriction on her license because she has not taken the course. Oh boy. Do you guys see that one?
Additional. Next thing. What's the
Restriction
answer?
on her license. She will have additional restriction on her license.
Really?
That's what I say. So D is the correct answer. Oh
Wow.
no, is this? No, restriction A is the right answer. Okay, my lovelies.
Yeah. We
I
tried.
think I think we've done well for ourselves tonight, right, guys? How do you
Yeah.
guys feel? You feel like going to crush the exam tomorrow? Maybe you shouldn't have shifted your exams, but that's
Joyce,
okay.
what was the answer
It's
for
okay.
6? Sorry,
I'll
oh,
prepare
my,
more.
my internet cut me off.
Oh,
Okay.
can I go back again? The answer for 6 wasn't specific. It was all
Oh,
over the place. Don't
okay, no
worry, I'll
problem.
send the video to you guys, okay?
Yes, no problem.
Sister Joy, thank you very much.
Thank
You
you.
can say
Thank you.
that again.